Yo, what's up with y'all? I'm gonna teach y'all niggas how to pass the eval the fastest way possible. I be seeing y'all niggas struggling, and it's really not that hard. I'm gonna throw in a little disclaimer though, and that disclaimer is: if you do not know how to trade, do not use this method. Take the time to learn. You feel me? Because we're not trying to gamble. We're trying to actually make money. We want to be profitable. So don't be gambling. Don't come to me after you pass the account and blow it, because that's not how it works, bro. Back to what I was saying though. If you know how to trade though, you shouldn't be on the eval for more than a week. That's crazy. You're wasting time and money on the eval. That's a lot of time, but more than a week, that's crazy. You should pass it in like at least like 3 to 2 trades, but that shit is easy, bro. In a week, you got that shit. And you should pass it in less than a week because nigga, if you blow it, what? Just buy another one. You good. It's like what? You can get so many good deals. You can find an eval for like $50. Bro, the other day I bought like 5 evals for $20. If you have a good strategy and shit, and you know what you're doing, you got risk management. But pretty much all you gotta do, you're gonna have to over leverage, but not that bad to the point you gotta like fucking just full port your whole account every day. Hell, you're just gonna blow the account and you're not gonna win. Either way, you're most likely gonna have a consistency rule, so that shit gonna fuck you up too in the long way. But anyway, all you gotta do, bro, is easy. So let's start with the most basic one, the most common eval everybody gets. Let's say you get a top step, alpha, whatever the fuck your niggas might get. Let's say you get a 50K account. You get a 50K account and you got a 50% consistency rule and you gotta make $3,000, right? If you gotta make $3,000, you got a 50% consistency rule. That means you cannot make more than half of 3,000. So you cannot make more than 1,500 in one trade, or if not, you just gonna fucking break the consistency. You're not gonna let you pass it. Basically, all you wanna do, you wanna take that shit. You're gonna divide it. What is 750 times 2? That's 1,500. You want to go for a 1 or 2. Every day, you just take 1 trade a day. You're going to lose 750. You lose 750, that's fine. Next day, feel me? Next day, trade like normal. You win on 1,500. What? You're going to have, or just trade that shit like normal. Like, let's say you lose one day. You know what I mean? You lose one day. You trade the next day, you win. You're going to cover that loss, and you're going to be up 750. Then you just keep trading, and it's cool. You're just going to take a little longer, but long as you pass it, you pass it, because I know some of y'all be struggling to pass the eval and shit, so it's way better if I just see it. As long as you pass it, that's all that it matters, bro. So yeah, you're going to use your regular strategy. You're going to wake up at 9:30, market open, whatever the fuck you trade, it doesn't matter. Put a 1 or 2, risking 750 to win 1,500. You do that for 2 days and you pass the eval. I know you might think it sound easy or whatever, but trust me. Your heart gonna be pounding. The first time you pass your eval, your heart gonna be pounding. You gonna feel that shit on your chest. You gonna feel that shit on your throat when that's about to hit TP. Especially if you took the wrong trade and you're about to fail that shit. You're about to lose the whole account. But it's all part of the process. You feel me? It's all part of the process. Feeling that way, man, the fuck up, bro. It's an eval. It's not real money. That shit gonna go away with time. But yeah, that's pretty much all you gotta do. I'm gonna say it a little slow too, so the dumb niggas can understand, right? You're gonna buy eval, 50K from your account. You're gonna risk 750 to win 1,500, 1,500. Target profit that you need to make to pass the eval is only 3,000 if that's a 50K account. If you want to up it than that, then that's, you just gotta do the math, ask ChatGPT or some shit. So 2 days, you get 2 wins back to back, that's already 3,000. You gotta pay the activation fee, all that bullshit. If it doesn't have an activation fee, even better, you good. You just keep trading like normal. But once you pass it, bro, that's the tricky part. That's the really tricky part, because if y'all niggas do pass it and y'all don't know how to trade, that's bad, because you're gonna lose your money and you're gonna get your hopes up for no reason, and you don't want to do that. I'm gonna kind of walk y'all through how to do it right, just so y'all niggas don't blow their account for no reason, you know. Most important thing, bro, risk management. I'm gonna say it again, bro. Risk management, risk management. Risk management, that's the most important thing ever, because it don't matter how many trades you lose. If you have a good risk management, bro, you're good. You want to start with risk management. You don't want to, I say, once you get the account, don't risk more than like 0.5% to like 1%, and just stick to that. You gotta remember, small profits build up. Not about getting rich overnight. It's about getting your first payout. Just focus on getting your first payout, bro. That's it. Focus on getting your first payout. After that, you'll keep investing that money on funded accounts so you can have 5 of them, right? But let me backtrack a little bit, because I know I was going a little too fast. Risk management, the most important one, so that's number 1. Second most important thing is psychology. I know y'all must have heard this shit a lot, but psychology is like the most important thing ever, bro. Like, without psychology, bro, like, you're not gonna make it really far, though. But the good thing is, depending on how long you've been trading for, it's different to everybody. It might take somebody 6 months, it might take somebody 5 years, it might take somebody 6, 7 years. You never know, bro. And that's the thing. You gotta be patient. You wanna be in control of your trading. Like, you don't want the trading to take control over you. If you don't see your setup, don't trade. If you don't think you should be in that trade, don't trade. If you think you're over leveraging, not do that. Lower the risk. Like for example, if you get in a trade and your heart start pounding hella and you mad, scared, mad, nervous, you shaking, you sweating, you over leveraging, bro. Take that risk off. Put a smaller risk. You shouldn't give a fuck. Shouldn't give a fuck. Just doing the same thing every day. You're clicking a button and seeing lines go up and down. Shouldn't be that much science to it. You gotta see it like a game. Even though it's not a game, you gotta see it like you gotta be in the moment, live in the moment, see trading for what it is. It's just charts going up and down, And as a trader, you shouldn't be focused on the money. You should be focused on executing the best trade you could possibly get. React to the market, not predict the market. Also remember that, that's very important. Some people be trying to predict the market instead of seeing what the market is showing y'all right in front of y'all faces, and y'all be trying to force a trade when it's not there. Like, oh, I think my bias is and it's gonna go long, and the whole time you're so focused on that long, you miss the fucking. It was a sell-off, and the market just completely stopped you out. So you gotta be cautious of that. But yeah, let's go back to the risk management part. I'm gonna give you a little guide if y'all want to follow it or how I'll do it. So yeah, to get a paid on Top Step, I'm pretty sure you gotta make like 2,000. Let's just say 2,000, just so you can have a buffer. Let's just say that. I'm using Top Step as an example because that's the one everybody knows. Like that's the most famous one on things. Let's say you start your 50K account. You need $200 plus, or I think it's 150. I don't know. I just know you need $200 for it to be a winning day. Basically, for it to count as a winning day, you have to make $200. You need 5 winning days to get a payout. So you want to start light, especially if you pass the account. You haven't really been trading for that long. You start slow, bro. Trust me. Just risk $100. Go for one of fours, one of fives. That means like risk $100 and you go for $500 profit. Feel me? Nothing crazy. You go in there with like 2 to 3 micros. Risk 150 to 100. And if you lose more than 300, you're done for the day. If you lose 300, that's the max loss you can do for one day. So think about it. Let's say you lose 2 trades of what? 150, $150. That's 300, right? But you're going for one of fives. So that means one trade that you win is 500. And that eats completely that whole loss. So you still $200 in profit. So imagine you have a really good week. You let's say you trade 4 days. Out of those 4 days, you won 3 or 4. You feel me? Let's say you're going for one of fives. That's what? 4 times 5. Do the math. That's 2 bands. 2,000. You can get your payout right there. But the thing is, the trick is to not rushing it, bro. You're gonna learn the hard way. You probably gonna not listen to me and do whatever the fuck you want, and you gonna see what I'm talking about, bro. And that shit gonna hurt. And that shit gonna hurt you in your soul because you're gonna be like, damn, I really should have listened to this nigga. We all go through it and we all learn from mistakes, and that's all it is, bro. That's the beautiful part about trading, bro. That you're gonna learn. You're gonna get better. Time gonna go by. Mistakes gonna go by. You're gonna lose money. You're gonna blow accounts. That shit gonna hurt your chest. I know. I've been through it too. But that's the good part about trading, that it holds you accountable for your mistakes. You got nobody to blame but you. Yeah, let me run it back a little bit so y'all can be more in tune, so I can explain it a little bit more direct for y'all from the beginning. You're gonna get a 50K Top Step account. That's step 1. Step 2, you're gonna pass it in 2 days. You're gonna trade once a day. If you lose, get off. If you win, get off. You're gonna risk $750 to make $1,500. So you take that one trade, you win that one trade, or you lose, whatever. You get up the charts. Say you do win it, you're up $1,500 for the day. So next day, all you gotta do is make $1,500 again, and you pass the eval. That's it. You pass it. 2 days, you pass it. You don't gotta be on shy, this, whatever. No, you pass it in 2 days. You pay the activation fee. After you pay the activation fee, you're not gonna risk more than 150. 150. Let 150 be your max. Go for one of fives, one of fours. That basically means that whatever you risk is 4 times or 5 times that. So let's say, once again, you risk $100 to win. You risk $100 on a 1 of 5. You risk 100 to make 500. Okay, and you do that just however long it takes. Don't rush it. Don't do anything. Keep on that discipline, on that risk management. Have your psychology straight. If you can, what I used to have my Top Step account log me out every time I lost more than 300, or every time I took more than 2 trades. I only took 2 trades a day. Yeah, just have that on. It's gonna really help you. It's gonna build that discipline. And that's what you want to do from now. Build good habits, bro. Because in the end, that shit, because bad habits are really bad to get rid of, bro. Let's say you did listen to me and you did stay disciplined, you stuck to the risk management, you got your first payout, right? You got your first payout, you want to rinse and repeat. You want to, obviously, you want to take some money to yourself. So let's say what? You take half of that. Not even half of that. Let's say you take 75%. You take 700, and the rest, the 300 you got left, you reinvest it into the funded accounts, and you just do the same thing over and over. Because the one thing Top Step got is that you can copy. Go back, you bought 2 more funded accounts. If you want, just pass on one by one, but you can copy them as well. Depending on the level you are, and how long you've been trading for, and how good you are at trading, I recommend you to just do one by one. Just do one by one, just in case, because if you blow one and you have them copy traded, that's both of their accounts are gone, and that shit is over with. But the important thing is that you keep that $300 buffer that you were able to just invest into trading and keep buying fucking funded accounts. Keep buying the funded accounts, whatever. And you do the same thing we got from step one. You buy it, you buy it, you risk 750 to win 1500. You get them 2 days, you pass it 3,000, whatever, you pay the activation fee. And now you have 3 accounts you can copy trade. Right? And all you don't even need, once you get 3 accounts to copy trade, you're gonna lower the risk completely. If you want, it's up to you if you want, but don't risk too much to the point you're gonna blow the whole accounts. So you can keep the 500, right? I mean not the 500. You can keep risking $100, but you're gonna lower it though. You're gonna go for like, let's say like 350 a day. Think about it. That's 350 times 3, because you copy trading the accounts. So 350 times 3, that's 950 a day. So you just winning one. And the max you can lose is 100. So let's say you copy trade in 3 accounts, you're risking $100 to win 350. Like, that's a lot, bro. You gaining $950, risking $300. And that's just 100 in one account. So it's 100 in this one, 100 in this one, 100 in this one. When you get a payout, when you eligible for a payout, you can cash out, you can ask for a payout on all those 3 accounts. You feel me? So even if it might seem little, that's the thing though. It might seem little, but you cannot let greed consume you, bro. That's how niggas get lost, bro. That's how niggas end up blowing funded accounts. That's how they blow their account, lose their evals, whatever, because they get too greedy. This is not a rich fast scheme. Whoever be trying to tell you that, they just trying to sell you a course, they trying to sell you something, and that's not what it is, bro. This is an actual business. You gotta look at it like an actual business, bro. There's people that go to college for like 4 or 6 years to get a degree. You're gonna look at it the same way. You're gonna be patient. Even if you made 350 in a day, that might seem like a lot for you at trading, but some people don't even get that in a day. Get them paid $20 an hour. They don't even make that in a day. You're making that in like what, an hour? You can make 350 in 1 hour. Now imagine that times 3, because you want to have 3 funded accounts, all copy traded. Yeah, that's a lot of money, you know. A lot of money. You repeat the steps, you feel me? Repeat the steps until you have all 5 accounts or 20 accounts, however many accounts you want to trade. You just do the same thing. You risk 750 to 1500. You pass the eval, pay the activation fee, copy all of them. Stay with a small risk and a good amount of reward. So you don't lose too much. I say trade like 2 to 3 micros. You trade the minis on a 50K, or you're a soldier. That's it. Once you get 5 accounts, bro, and you're doing $300 wins every day, well, not every day, but you're going for $300 wins trades, that's good, bro. You're going to have a lot of money, bro. In no time, you'll make 10K a month. And you will see you'll have to use reverse psychology, everything. So, yeah, let's reverse psychology so I can put it into perspective for you. Say you want to make 10K a month. Make 10K a month, you got to make 2,500 a week. Make 2,500 a week. All you got to do is make 500 on a trading week. So 5 days. Let's say you make 500. You're going to have 5 accounts. So just think about it. If you just win for a $200 win, that's already $1,000. You can really just risk. You can risk $70 to win, what, 200? That's going to add up because you got 5 accounts. So you got to think about it. 5 times 200. That's $1,000, bro. That's a band. I mean, that's a band. Just for one win, that's a band. One win already covered 2 days. You already halfway to making 2,500. And if you do that for 4 weeks, that's already 10K a month. That's 120,000 a year. Just from your laptop and clicking buttons and shit. Yeah, boy, y'all gotta really lock into that. Take notes. It's gonna take time. I know it's easier said than done for most of y'all, but you have the idea now. Like, I put the idea in your head. You just gotta execute. It don't matter how long it takes, bro. You can do it, bro. be patient, have psychology, have good risk management. You're gonna do it, bro. Journal your trades, see what you're doing wrong, learn from your mistakes, and you're gonna get that shit done in no time, bro. Trust you will. And yeah, my name is Seig. If y'all know, leave a like, all that shit. And just let me know in the comments if it works for y'all. And yeah, I'll see y'all niggas.